Bali is a major island of the country of Indonesia, which includes 17,000 islands above Australia. Bali is known as the last paradise on earth and is the most popular tourist destination in the world, with over 2.5 million people visiting each year. Bali is renowned for its diverse and sophisticated art forms such as painting, sculpture, wood carving, handcrafts, and performing arts. The vast majority of the population in Bali is Hindu. The Balinese build shrines for spirits believed to live in large trees. Artistic offerings are made of flowers and fruit. Rice is also offered to the gods and spirits, for rice is Bali's main agricultural commodity. Our model is Christine, our AS Health and Wellness Director. Next, we have India. Oh, no, that wasn't India. I don't know what's happening with this, guys. Well, the music's not playing. This is India. Our model is Myra. People in India wore mostly cotton clothing. India was first place where cotton was grown, even as early as 2500 BC. By the Aryan period, women wore only long piece of cloth called a sari. They just wrapped around themselves in different ways. The word sari comes from a Sanskrit word that just means cloth. Representing India, of course, is Myra, who is representing the Punjabi area of India. It is called a salwar kameez, or a Punjabi suit. Men and women wear salwar kameez as their daily mode of dressing. Their outfit works more elegant than the ones worn at home or simple, most common because of the hot climate. And now we have Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso is one of the old French landlocked countries in West Africa. Burkina Faso is also known as the country of the upright man, its cultural diversity, and various forms of tourism. Burkina Faso has more than 60 ethnic countries, each with their own social and cultural distinctions such as art, music, and clothes. Its main agricultural product is cotton, as evident in Burkina Faso's citizens' form of dress. Representing Burkina Faso is from the African Student Association, Pierre. Pierre is wearing a typical traditional cloth relative to his ethnic group, made in Burkina Faso with 100% cotton. Also representing Burkina Faso is Michael. Michael is wearing a modern version of the same traditional clothes Pierre was wearing. And he loves it.
Oh. You should turn it up. No.
Next, we have China. Our model for China is Jin, an international student from China. Traditional clothing in China really depends on the area of where it comes from in China. Jin decided to wear something more modern, as you can tell. Next, we have Aztec. For the Aztec, we have a special presentation from Jesus Moreno.
Quetzali Tonali, Quetzali Senilistli, Tlazocamati, Quetzali Kiawik, in Inipanemowani. Good day to you, precious family. And thank you very much to the life energy in the form of water that falls on us today. Buen día a todos ustedes, querida familia. Muchas gracias por la preciosa energía de la vida que nos cae en la forma de agua hoy. Today we have a very special presentation. We have a authentic Mexica danzante from Sacramento. She is only 13 years old. Her name is Winona Peters. She has in her hand the original Mexica Pantli, which is the original Mexican flag. A lot of people have never seen it before. The Mexican flag that we all know as the modern flag is about 150 years old. What she holds in her hand is a design that is over 500 years old. Very meaningful, very deep, nothing mythical about it. If you notice in the beak of the eagle, it is not a serpent. It is actually a symbol. And the symbol is actually the representations of water and fire. And so in the beak of the eagle, you have the balance of those two energies. And in the balance of those two energies, life is created. And so here is Winona to talk about a little bit about what she's wearing.
I'm Winona. I was a Shalonen for the year of 2012. My name is Winona. I was a Shalonen for the year of 2012. I've learned many incredible things in my journey. Before I start my story, I will tell you what a Shalonen is. A Shalonen is a young woman that is ready to take a step up in life. It involves responsibility and patience. This is the original quinceañera. This is a prayer. This is a year you not only represent your group, but you represent yourself. The Shalonen symbol is a corn. The corn has a story. When you first plant it, it needs time such as a young lady to develop. The corn starts as a seed, then it grows into something else, something more beautiful, right? A young girl is exactly the same. A Shalonen is a young girl becoming of age. I've learned many things from many different people. Those people changed my life, how I felt about myself, how I thought. You're always going to have someone there for you. You're always going to have mistakes in life, but you also learn from them. Your mistakes make you a stronger person. Shalonens are also someone the youth looks up to. You need to be very careful how you represent yourself. A Shalonen will pick two people. Those two people will be there. Those two people are the Nina and Nino. The Nina and Nino are like their goddad and godmom. They help the Shalonen with everything they possibly can. They support the Shalonens for not only the year, but for the rest of their lives. And you're also a Shalonen for the rest of your life.
By the way, what she's wearing, she actually made herself. She was told by her godmother, her Nina, that as the paint starts chipping, as the sun fades it, not to touch it, because as it is fading, as the paint is going away, so is her childhood, and so that why you don't touch it and you let nature take its course. So now we have Mayra in a beautiful handmade dress. If you notice in the front, it has the Quetzal bird. The Quetzal bird is a sacred bird, and sanctity in native ways doesn't mean that it is worshipped. It just means that it is highly, highly respected. And so the Quetzal represents true freedom, it represents true beauty. And as a matter of fact, the word Quetzali means precious, means precioso, preciosa. And so that's a handmade dress as well. On her head, she's wearing a headband. And if you notice, I don't know if you've ever noticed when young men, especially young men, known as homies, when we shake hands, we do this, right? When we shake hands, we end up doing this. This symbol is a symbol that is on her headband. That symbol represents balance, right? And so when you're shaking someone's hand and we shake hands like this, it doesn't mean we're thugs. It means we're looking for balance. We're looking for balance between our relationships, our friendship. And so that symbol represents balance. It represents the spiral. And the spiral represents everything from your thumbprint to the galaxy that we live in. It also represents the knowledge that we are looking for. To understand what goes on outside of us, you need to understand what goes on inside of yourself. And then go back out to understand the outside world. And that is how we find balance. And balance in Nahuatl is ometeo. In the Chinese tradition, call it yin and yang. We have a word for it, ometeo. It's thousands of years old. So thank you, Mena. Coming in now, we have Liliana. Lily has on a beautiful danza traje. And in the center of the traje, you will find a symbol that we are interpreting as Naucampa. Naucampa literally means the four directions. Four, very, very, very important number in indigenous ways. Four represents the four climatic changes of our experiences as human beings. It represents the four seasons. It represents the four winds. It represents the four elements that we are all made of. We are not, my daughter when she was 8 years old explained this to a 20-year-old and said, you're not made of anything special, you're made of everything that surrounds us. So for now, as you call your human life, those four elements are combined to make you. When your body ceases to function, those four elements go back to what they once were. What does all this mean? It means you've always been here and you always will be. So in that way, we are all eternal. And so those are the four elements, the four directions, the four elements, the four, everything, four. If you notice the print represents the jaguar. This was worn by a young man when he was younger. And the jaguar, when we say warrior in Nahuatl, we say ocelot, and we say bautli, which means jaguar and eagle. And so we don't say the word war when we say warrior. And so in Spanish and in English, you have to say guerra, you have to say war in order to say warrior. And in Nahuatl, you don't need to say that because those are the two relatives. We recognize them as relatives that represent the energy of the warrior. Men learn to become warriors. Women are born warriors. So we have to learn. Women, you're born with it. A lot of respect. And so if you notice, she also has little symbols of mirrors. And those mirrors come down to us from the our Mayan ancestors, in a concept that we call inlak-ech. Everyone say inlak-ech. Inlak-ech literally means I am the other you, and you are the other me. So what you see in me is what you see in you. So if you don't like me, there's something about you that there's something about you that you don't like, and I'm reminding you of it. And so those little mirrors represent that. The painting on her face, if you notice the shape of a pyramid, elders keep telling us to stop calling them pyramids because pyramid is just a geometrical shape. We need to call them what they are, and what they are called is teocalli. Teocalli is house of energy. There is a document out there right now that actually shows a study and a focus of the magnetic fields and the energies that surround the planet. And there's focuses of energy, and in those focuses of energy, underneath those focuses of energy, there's a teocalli all over the planet. And so ancestrally, all of us, no matter where we come from, we have knowledge that we need to tap into because we're barely scratching the surface right now as a modern society. And so with that, I would like to thank Lili. And as you walk out, thank you very much. If you notice her hair is braided in the form of it's called a serpent braid. Serpents have always represented knowledge and wisdom. Why? Because every year they shed their skin, so they're a brand new creature. And so they're constantly renewing themselves. And so serpents have never been considered evil. They've always been representatives of knowledge and wisdom. And so her hair, notice there were 4 braids. Again, the number 4 pops up. And so knowledge and wisdom in the 4 directions, in the 4 winds, in the 4 elements, in the 4 seasons. Ometeo.
Thank you again, Mrs. Moreno. Next we have Finland. Playing on the screen right now is a kantele, which is Finland's national instrument. Finland's dress has changed drastically over time. The models representing Finland today are actually wearing something more modern in the form of the designer Marimekko. Marimekko is a Finnish design company founded in 1951 by Armi and Vio Ratia, and since then has been very influential in Finnish culture. Marimekko produces fabrics and ready-made items such as clothing and kitchen supplies for stores all over the world. Marimekko represents the same values as Scandinavian design, simple and practical. And I found my pictures. Representing Marimekko today are Emily and Mayu from Finland. As you can see, Marimekko is a great influence in Finnish culture. And next we have a special performance by Joy, who is a student from Uganda. Notice how Joy has her arms raised in the air the whole time. In Uganda, the cow horns are actually very significant and are praised. Joy is also a member of the African Student Association.
Turn it
all of her jewelry. In Uganda, women are also raised above all else, for they are seen as the most beautiful. Thank you, Joy. If you want to see more African dance and show, make sure you come to the African Student Association fundraiser next Thursday at the CCC. Next, we have the Hmong. Oh, we have Germany. Never mind. Germany's lost. And representing Germany, first we have Catherine. Catherine is wearing a dirndl. A dirndl is a type of traditional dress worn in Germany based on the historical costume of the Alpine country. A dirndl is a type of traditional dress, often worn by women who want to display their regional partiality in daily life. It is not worn as the traditional outfits, for these are generally reserved for special events. Next, representing Germany, is Morgan. Morgan is wearing a more common dress from Germany called the Landkleid. The Landkleid came from the Bavarian parts, or the south parts of Germany. The Landkleid is often worn during a routine day and is thus the more modern version of the dirndl. Next we have Japan. Representing Japan is Lisa, our current Associated Students Vice President of External Affairs. This kimono was donated by Sandy, the Asian Student Association advisor. Sandy wore this kimono during her elementary school years. It's usually used for pictures or for special days such as Girls' Day, a holiday celebrated on March 3rd in Japan. The pink and red in the pattern are typical for kimonos worn by girls or young women. Kimonos are worn generally for special events such as weddings, graduations, funerals, or other traditional celebrations, or in more traditional cities like Kyoto. Next we have Ghana. Representing Ghana is Michael again from the African Student Association. Ghana was the first sub-Saharan African country to gain independence from the British in 1957. Ghana is an ethnically diverse country. Ghana is an ethnically diverse country, as is diverse as its people. Michael is wearing a representative clothing of Ghana. Also representing Ghana is Pierre. Michael and Pierre are both wearing batakaris or fugus, which are traditional cloths worn by chiefs or the northern region of Ghana. The batakari symbolizes wealth and status. However, anyone can wear it nowadays. Again, if you want to know more about Ghana, make sure you attend Michael's Brown Bag series next Thursday at the CCC. This is also part of Ghana. This is Ghana's music called hip life, which is the new contemporary music which influences from Afro jazz. Next, we have the Hmong. The Hmong are an Asian ethnic group from the mountainous regions of China, Vietnam, Laos, and Thailand. Hmong are also one of the subgroups of the Miao ethnicity in southern China. Hmong groups began a gradual southward migration in the 18th century due to political unrest and to find more arable land. Hmong are rich in culture, art, and family, and are distinguished by the costumes and dress. Displayed on the screen are story cloths, which Hmong often use to tell their stories. The United States recruited a number of Hmong people to help fight against the Communist War and Laotian Civil War. Hmong people were singled out for their retribution, and thus, in 1975, tens of thousands fled Thailand seeking political asylum. Thousands of these refugees have resettled in Western countries since the late 1970s, mostly in the United States. Mike, Shane, Susan, Vinay, Lisa, Christine, see the color varies on the type of area they came from. They are now demonstrating ball tossing. Ball tossing is a sport that is usually played during the New Year's to find couples. If you want to know more about the Hmong and their culture, make sure you attend the Hmong presentation at the CCC on May 1st.